princesses, today I'm going to be doing a fairly long and very chatty get ready with me. So if you'd like to waste some time and listen to me talk about absolutely nothing and see how I achieved this look, then please just keep watching. I am going to use a little bit of primer today. I'm going to be using the MISSHA Glow Balm because my skin is looking like basically how I feel about the weather. My skin is sort of doing the same thing. It's already been such an average day. Like I woke up and my hair was awful, so I straightened it because I haven't done that in ages. So I was like, why not? Totally disregarding the fact that it's stormy outside. Went to the gym, had a shower afterwards, and somehow when my hair is like in a little bun for the shower because I don't want to wash it, it got wet. So now it is like kinked into the shape of a bun, and I'm like, why did I bother? So I'm using this primer because my skin looks dull. It's been really average recently. I've been breaking out across my forehead again. I'm not excited about that. I need to start incorporating retinol properly. Otherwise, I'm fearful about what's going to happen. Like, it's not terrible, it's not noticeable, but like I can feel the texture and I just know what it's going to turn into. For those who are newer viewers, I used to have really bad cystic acne and I was on Roaccutane, isotretinoin, you know, that drug, for 2 years. It was amazing. It did clear my skin up beautifully though. I have like really old blog posts about it, so if you wanted to go look at that, I'm sure I can find a link. I'm very lazy though, I might not. Probably should though, like it's a really nice comparison to, you know, what my skin used to look like versus what it does now, which is the power of drugs. Hardcore drug, that one though, you know, had to be on birth control, didn't like that, was not a fan. For foundation, I'm going to be using the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in the shade number 1, Siberia. This might be slightly too light for me because it is the middle of summer. But basically I found it in my drawer and I was like, I don't even remember buying this. But I remember having the tester of it and I must have liked it. So I'm going to go in with that. Today I'm feeling like doing like a very classic look with like a red lip. I don't know why I'm feeling like a red lip today. We're just feeling like it. I'm not dressing for anything in particular. I 100% have track pants on the bottom. Like, they're pretty in pink, but you know. And they kind of match the shirt, to be fair. And yes, you are going to see the corner of this. It is my mirror. Hi. Why does my mirror have a hat on it? Because it is a double-sided mirror, and this house, and pretty much every house that I've been in, I've always been right outside a window. So like there is honestly a very big window. This is a very nice bedroom, I'm not gonna lie. There's a very big window right in front of my makeup desk. And what happens when light reflects mirrors, especially because this other side is one that magnifies. Yeah. Anyway, people have like started house fires in other houses and things like that. So, you know, just for everybody else's benefit, I have this little, it's like a little beret, and you just loop the beret around the outside of the mirror. It stays on there the whole time. I've got to say the beret is really ugly. Like I think I got it and I put it as cat ears. Oh my god, that shows you how old that is. It's got little cat ears. I never wore it because I put it on and I was like, good lord, I'm not a beret person. And it's been on my mirror ever since for, yeah, like I'd say like a solid decade at least. And protecting everybody else from, you know, accidentally starting a house fire. Go to me. This is a very nice foundation. I see why I bought it. It's not too bad of a colour either. It's slightly bright, but it's okay. I have been trying out a retinoid for the past, I'll say, a year, but my issue is I am the worst at doing it regularly, which is weird because I didn't think that would be an issue for me, but because I keep staying at my boyfriend's house and I don't have the retinol with me, and I can't be like, oh no, I need to go back and get it because it just seems quite, you know, pedantic. Probably just should do it though, for the sake of the forehead pimples. Otherwise, we all know they're going to get worse, and we all know that my skin likes to scar as well. So I've got that going for me today. Plus the kinky hair. This is weird forehead pimple. There's one thing about my skin. It likes to be a nice mixed bag. I've got a bit of dry skin around my eyes again. And then this forehead of texture. Maybe I need to change up my regular skincare as well. At the moment I'm kind of just using the skincare that I've got. You know, like stuff that's been given to me. Like sponsored stuff. I wonder if maybe some of the problem is coming from, you know, like using skincare that's not necessarily that great for my skin and just kind of being like, well, it was free. Because in this economy, I've got to be a little bit of a thrifty queen. I'm also using the legendary SKINFOOD Peach Cotton Multi-Finish Powder. Used to be the Peach Cotton Sake Ball Powder, which I got in 2021 from the Etude House Advent Calendar. It's still going. It's really big. I feel like it should be running out soon though, so I've got to find something. I might just repurchase this powder though if it's cheap. I was using the Laura Mercier Translucent Lucine powder, and don't get me wrong, I love it, but I don't have the money for that right now. Like, that is a luxury powder. This SKINFOOD one does just as good of a job, but for a fraction of the price generally. Again, gonna have to go and like look at some resources for that one. Then I'm gonna attempt to do my eyebrows. This is the remainder of my Innisfree two-tone brow kit. Yeah, it just kept breaking, so I ended up scraping it out and repressing it into just this little pot that I had spare. There's not much. I mean, it's a brow powder, you don't actually need much, so I haven't used it yet. I pressed it in yesterday and it's just been drying. Hopefully I didn't mess it up too bad. Nope, she is fine. So I was gonna put this one in my empties last year. I did put it in my empties, I think, like in the video itself. But the problem was I couldn't repurchase it. So it was on YesStyle. I think that's where I got it from originally, and I'd saved it as like a saved item. The eyebrows are a little bit like more arched than usual. Usually they're a little more flat. That's just kind of the way they are. Right now I haven't shaped them up. Anyway, I was going to repurchase it and then I couldn't because it was out of stock. So I waited and waited and just hung on to the cracked one and waited, and it's just not come back into stock. So I was kind of like, oh, there are a few other places I can get it, but they're not places that I'd normally ship. Like, they're not places that I'd normally shop with, and I didn't want to pay the shipping fee for just one thing. The good thing about YesStyle is that I'm like always buying stuff from them because we have affiliates. So I'm not sure if you guys, I'm sure you guys know what affiliates are, but if you don't, it's where you have a link and someone clicks your link and buys something. And we get a tiny percent, like 1 or 2% of the money that you spend, right? So if you spend $100, we're gonna get $1 or $2 from that purchase. So it's not a massive amount of money, but I'm an affiliate with YesStyle because I buy a lot of stuff there, and I've bought a lot of stuff since 2010, I think, like quite some time. Or was it 2012? I don't know, I'd have to go back and look. I've been shopping with them for freaking ever. And so I decided to become like, ooh, why is this brush feel so gross? I've been an affiliate with them for ages. This is disgusting. Sorry, I'm just like holding on to my brow liner brush from Siberia and it's just like sticky, and I'm like, why are you sticky? Anyway, I've been an affiliate with them for a while. I end up putting the links on videos, making money, and then spending the money on stuff. So I was, you know, gonna buy stuff from YesStyle eventually, which meant that I was gonna buy enough to get free shipping because that is the best way to do it. And it was out of stock, so I ended up repressing it. It worked well. Repressing things is really easy as long as you've got the correct shape container and something to press it into. So this specific container matches a tiny little travel pump bottle that I have, because this goes with the set. They're all the same, like similar diameter, so the pump bottle fits right in and you just press it down, and it's great. So that worked really well, and even if it cracks, at least it's going to have better closure than the other one did. I desire to use this palette. This is the Natasha Denona palette. It's the pastel palette because, you know, of course I got it as pastel. This was a gift from my brother and my sister-in-law. But since I'm going to do a red lip, I don't think that any of these are really going to work well. Slightly scared of the palette. It's so cute. Oh my gosh. So that's going to be like another day. I'm going to figure out how to do like a really pretty pastel eye. Just wait, like one day, not today. I really just want to do a very simple eye. So I'm actually going to, it's rocking around there. I'm actually going to use the Naked 2 palette. Why did it? I had Naked 3 and I used to use that like a fair amount, and so I got some of the, like the Discontinued palettes and things like that. So I haven't really used Naked 2 all that much, even though it looks very used. That is because it is my sister-in-law. It was my sister-in-law's, and she gave it to me. That was 2 of the shades falling out. Okay, one of them was Pistol and the other one was Tease, which is ironic because that's the one I wanted to use. They're fine. Let's just plonk them back in and never do that again. Fantastic. You know, I really did ask for that by, you know, like tipping it upside down and shaking it a bit, but you know, I was still somehow unprepared. I am going to use a little blender brush from Morphe. Why in the back of my mind do I think Morphe is going out of business? And I'm going to use Tease in the crease. I'm not priming my eyelids because I never do. Is it because I'm lazy, or is it because I'm lazy? It's partially because I'm lazy, I'll be honest. I always find that when I use eyeshadow primer, it does this, which, you know, you probably can't see because I haven't seen you. Alright, it looks like this when I usually use primer. It looks like it sticks to certain places and not the other parts, and that really grinds my gears because I'm not very good at eyeshadow. I don't know why, I don't know, you know, what it is. Every time I see beauty gurus do it, I'm just like, you make it look so easy. And then I go and do it and it's terrible. But, you know, there's a lot of controversy at the moment that I'm not part of, thankfully, so far, which is beauty gurus on TikTok using filters. Yikes, for reviews. Can't relate, mostly because I don't know how to use filters. I'm like one of the most useless beauty gurus, I've got to say, in terms of like editing and special effects. It's a lot of work. It's a ton of work. A lot of people have people that they pay to do that sort of stuff. I can't afford that. I can barely afford new makeup. And so there's a bunch of people talking about people doing reviews and not being honest about their reviews, or adding filters and extra eyelashes apparently. And yeah, can't relate, but I sometimes feel like when I'm doing eyeshadow in real life, I get kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, like, not let down or depressed, but like I get a little bit upset when it doesn't turn out the way everybody else's does, because everybody else's looks so nice. And then I have to kind of remind myself that a lot of people are using really beautiful lighting, and I'm just sitting in front of a big ass mirror, and a lot of people are also using filters. So like, I can't compare myself to that, but at the same time I'm like, what if they're not? What if they're not using filters? Like, I don't know if they're actually using filters or not. So it's going to be the most chatty video ever. If you're not here for it, I'm so sorry, but you can always kind of like fast forward, I guess. So yeah, the reason that I don't usually use eyeshadow primer is because I feel like it usually makes the eyeshadow stick and it's harder to blend. The only time that I feel like it's easy to use is when I put another eyeshadow on top of it to stop it from being sticky. But does that not defeat the purpose of the eyeshadow primer? You know? Hope the sound quality is not too bad because I'm literally putting my hand right in front of my mouth while I'm doing this. Anyway, I'm still using Tease. I'm just kind of building it up in the outer third and the crease. I also never go all the way into my crease. I've got a really tall nose bridge. She's large and in charge. And I feel like whenever I go either all the way in like that, it makes my eyes look like really close together. When people contour and they contour all the way up to their eyebrow, I'm like, how does that make you look cute? I have tried that. That wasn't cute. Not on me, not on my face shape, I guess. So we are not doing that. I'm gonna add other eyeshadow on top in the middle though, so it's gonna look, you know, I'm not too worried about the blending there. His is quite an interesting color. Like, I've never really used taupe, like taupe or taupe, you know, like the brownish grayish kind of color. I've never really used that much for eye makeup, but I feel like they look nice with red lipsticks, which is what we're going for today. So that's why we're doing that. Okay, so we've got like these four, which are not in focus, but it doesn't really matter because the battery's gonna die anyway. I think I'm gonna go with Verve, like the silverish, and I might put Booty Call in the sort of inner corner. No, I kind of want something like lighter and sparklier. I'm going to go to another palette, but I'm also going to go change that candle battery because it's dying. Alright, we got it sorted. So I'm going to try the Eyeshadow Glitterpedia, and I'm going to use, there's the one on the left, Refine. And I'm just going to put this one in the inner corners because I don't want it to have like a lot of colour, I just want it to be sparkly. And then back to the Urban Decay 2, I'm going to use Verve, which is like silver, and again I don't use silver often. What is on this? Oh, there's more eyeshadow. I don't really use silver, so I'm a little bit like, looks nice though. I think that looks quite pretty though. I feel like this is a very basic combo. I'm okay with that. I'm quite a basic person really. But yes, the lighting is really uneven, I'm so sorry. But that is how we're kind of looking at the moment. Again, no colours that I would normally use. I almost feel like I want to deepen the outer third, but I don't really have a brown that I want to use, so I'm just going to use a little bit more tease and just pop it on top and kind of blend the glitter down a little bit. And then I'm going to stop because otherwise I will go too far. For eyeliner, I'm going to be using a new one to me, which is from MACQUEEN London, and it's just a waterproof eyeliner. Sorry, it's not MACQUEEN London, it's MACQUEEN New York. Waterproof pen eyeliner, #1 in deep black. And I got this one off YouStyle because it's really cheap. That is the ugliest thing I've ever drawn. It's really big. Accidentally too, I did not mean to do that. Did we save it? Probably not. But that's okay. And then the mascara is also my regular, which is the Heimish Dailism mascara. This is a new batch because it's a new year. Like I literally just get a new one every year. Okay, so now I'm gonna do some blush. These eyes look so much more dramatic than they are on camera. Or maybe they are just dramatic and I'm not used to it, I don't know. I am gonna go for kind of tossing it between these two, which are both paler pinks. This one is kind of like more muted, whereas this one is, back when Etude House used to do actual cute stuff, the freaking Ballerina Dreaming Swan collection. Oh, please look at this little puff with the tutu on it. Get out, like, make this stuff again, please. That's the pink of this one, which again, this is so old. I think I'm actually going to go for the Dreaming Swan. Like, I really like it. It's very pretty. Sometimes I use the puff as well. So I'm going to use the puff to place the powder. Like that. And then if it blends out nicely, it blends out nicely. And if it doesn't, we get another brush. We get a little bit on the nose so that I look like I've got a bit of life in me. But not so much so that I look cute, because it's not really a cute thing today. Now for the lips. We're going to start with a lip liner. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade Kiss and Tell. I don't know what it is about these lip liners because they're really expensive, but they work really well, unfortunately. My lips are like wonky ass anyway, so it's a really strong guess as to whether I'm going to like it when I put actual lipstick on. And then for the actual lipstick, it's not really lipstick because I was supposed to buy the actual like matching Charlotte Tilbury lipstick and I haven't done it yet. This is an Innisfree Vivid Cotton Ink Lip in #4. Do not ask me if this is the first collection or the second collection, because I honestly couldn't tell you unless I looked like at the swatches, because I think the number 4 in the second collection is a different colour. Oh no. Also, don't come at me saying that that lip liner was a different colour. I know it was a different colour. Like, I have many shades of red. I usually just use it as like a good outline, to be honest. Are they even? Will you be quiet? They are even enough, I think. I would like to say that my hair is just going to go into like a nice, you know, something, but I honestly hold on, no hope whatsoever. Why do I look like the hunchback right now? Okay, so here is how the makeup turned out today. I hate what my hair is doing, but we're just gonna go with it because it's been ruined already. Debating whether I want to keep growing out my fringe or not. Basically, it's on the side because the regular bangs got too long, and I'm kind of like, should I just keep growing it out for a little bit? I think I will for a bit, and we'll see. It's just really awkwardly shaped because obviously this part is a triangle. So when you just flip it over, you get like little parts like this part. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.